before you definitely want to cut your meat up, it's best to freeze it first, cut it into planks, let that freeze, and then cut the planks up into the cubes. It's a heck of a lot easier than trying to cut meat that's loose. Recommended cuts, definitely number one is tri-tip. It's a little difficult to find. The only place I know I've seen it is Wegmans. You can buy tri-tips, but if you go to your butcher or Giant, they have it. Costco. Okay, Costco tenders are also can be used, but tri-tips is what they like to use. In pork, just for expedience and cooking quickly, she's using a loin, but generally you want to use a Boston butt, something that's got a lot of fat to it and a lot of dark color, and that you want to cut that up. Again, that's really got to be present because that's a real pain in the neck to cut. There's a couple different ways to do red and green chili as far as using fresh vegetables or not. There's a couple different schools. You can either use fresh onions and fresh garlic, which if you do, particularly for the red chili, you're going to need to really, really mince that extremely fine to where it's almost a paste, because you don't want to have visible vegetables. Or you can do what the old-type Cassie cooks like Lou and I and Christine use ground onion and granulated garlic. And depends on who. Now Dave has done very, very well. He's definitely a fresh vegetable guy. So you can take that for what it's worth.
Some of the ingredients that I use in the Verde are hatch chilies. 27-ounce can of hatch chili goes into the Verde. And hatch enchilada sauce. Now you don't have to use these. Wegmans have their little, I think they're 4-ounce, 5-ounce, little cans of peppers that are really good. I use those also. If I can't get these, I use those. And the enchilada, I think there's, this is up, pause. You can find it at a Mexican store. You can use that also. As for the spices, you can get spices from All Things Chili. You can get them from Peppers, and they're actually green. You don't want anything red in your Verde. These are New Mexican hot chilies, Verde Bravo, green jalapeno, Verde Deadly Dudley. I use 1 can of chicken broth, a tablespoon of chicken granulars, or chicken base, anything that's a base. Fried cilantro. It's a lot better than using the cut cilantro. And then Jerry Simmons, he says to use the garlic granulars. I actually cut up, I think it was 6 garlic cloves and minced them really fine. Yeah. I prefer the fresh garlic over the granulars when I do burger. And a cup of diced onion. I usually cook 1 can of beef broth, 1 can of chicken broth. Now Chip has this. It's a tomato base, it's a Mexican tomato base. I use Hunt's. So it's really up to what you prefer. I use the Hunt's no salt, because I'll put the salt in and control it. I buy these whole roasted peeled peppers. Don't go with the chopped peppers. There's too much skin to it. And if you throw them in there, you're hot, you got seeds, you got the skin. They're not pretty. But usually when I make the bread, I also use a can of these and just slice them up very fine. I mean, I mince them. And I put them in once the meat's cooked and I'm in my pot. You can also float a jalapeno, you can float a sausage ball, a serrano.
Use a cube each of this Knorr chicken and Knorr beef, one of each of those. Again, this is all optional, but this is going to be up to you.
We also use the Santa Cruz paste. It's just a chili paste.
It'll
They usually put about 2 tablespoons of it down.
Yeah.
It has a nice chili, it has a nice red color and a little more chili pepper flavor. You can also use red enchilada sauce. There's all kinds of little things. This is where you can get a little creative once you get your spice put together.